Hello, guys. Today's review is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. But is Texas Chainsaw Massacre good enough to earn the competent 5-star rating? Let's get into the movie. Crime scene photos. Oh, that is awesome. Especially the and the narration. I actually heard the narrator was paid with marijuana. He was paid with joints. How do you like that? John Larroquette, I believe was his name. He also returned to do the narration in the remake. Well, I wonder what he was paid when he did the remake. It was probably money this time because I had heard he quit smoking marijuana back in the 90s or 80s. Starring Gunnar Hansen. Oh, that is so cool. Gunnar Hansen actually spent time at a mental facility to actually learn how the patient moved so he can actually prepare for his role as Leatherface. Now, originally, they weren't going to use Gunnar Hansen as Leatherface in this film. However, the guy that they originally hired to play Leatherface got drunk and locked himself in a hotel room and refused to come out. So, yeah. And then we get to the first kill. Well, first they pick up a hitchhiker who burned a picture of Franklin, and then he ends up slicing Franklin's arm. Yeah. And how he does this. Yeah, he. Yeah. And then now we get to the house that was belonged to Sally when she was younger. Well, yeah. Sally's grandfather owned it actually, and Franklin. However, the scene where Jerry said, "What happened?" Oh, yeah, he died. And laughing. That was actually a mistake. However, Toby Hooper actually thought it was quite funny and actually left it in the movie. Yeah, so that line wasn't originally in the movie. Jerry had met the one that played Jerry messed up his line, so they left it in the movie because they thought it was funny. I guess to probably make Jerry more sympathetic. Yeah. And then they go down after they hear a gas sting. They knock on the door, and the door opens. And who was the first person to get killed? Well, Kirk, played by William Val, who has a lot of children. Yeah. I heard something about William Val has 12 children. What the hell? I'm actually going to try to save up my money on PayPal so I could buy a signed poster, a signed picture of the one that played Pam. Yeah, you could buy pictures of her signed. I'm definitely want to get one. Well, anyways, let's get back to this. And oh, and then he hears a noise coming out of the thing. There's like it sounds like pigs. I can't do a good pig noise. So he goes to check it out. He ends up tripping on the thing that's in front of the door, and Leatherface comes out and smashes him in the head with a sledgehammer. Yeah. And then he ends up smashing him again to do the final blow, which actually killed him. Then he gets taken up and he closes that door in that trademark closing thing, which is awesome, by the way. And then next is his girlfriend Pam, who comes in there, but she ends up falling in a room that's filled with nothing but bones. She actually starts vomiting, but then she goes to run out, and that's when Leatherface comes out, and he's like, "Oh," and she's like, "Ah!" And he actually picked her up. But according to her, Gunnar Hansen was quite gentle with her. Yeah, Gunnar Hansen was quite gentle with her. And here comes the infamous meat hook scene, where he hangs Pam on a meat hook. Oh yeah, Pam gets hanged on a meat hook. Hell yeah. Get out of here, Anthony. Or whatever your name is. Get out of here. I need to get a hold of Mike Brackett. And hanged on a meat hook. How does that sound dirty? Or Andy, yeah, Andy, sorry. Or whatever his name is. Andy, yeah. I need to get a hold of Mike Brackett. And then, yeah. So after she's hung on the meat hook, Leatherface goes to chop off her boyfriend's head, which is Kirk's head. But you don't see him actually sawing into the, sawing the head off. And you hardly see any blood when she's hung on the meat hook. Only a little on the wall, and that's it. Remember, Tobe Hooper kept this movie tame because he tried to get it a PG rating. And the only reason it didn't get a PG rating is because, well, the hitchhiker's humor, I guess, was too dark. Really? Anyways, so yeah. And then Jerry comes along. It was like, okay, guys, quit playing around. And then Leatherface comes out, and Jerry's like, ah! He brought that hammer down really hard. So you know Jerry was dead for sure. I wonder where he hid Jerry's body at. And then they realized that Jerry took the keys. So Franklin and Sally set out to find them. That's when Leatherface comes out of nowhere and kills Franklin with a chainsaw. Blood sprays all over him, but the blood was very minor in that film. And I actually heard Tobe Hooper and the woman who did who bought the dead animals, she actually they actually spit blood out on Leatherface when he was carving into Franklin. Yeah, so that scene was cool. And then, and then Sally gets away, and then, the chase scene and everything. And the movie, at the end, the hitchhiker who limps, you'll find out why he limps in my prequel I want to make. Yeah, he ends up, cutting up Sally's back with a knife. Then, he gets run over by a semi. And for some reason, they were trying to make him in two. Yeah, they were trying to put his character in two. What the hell? Yeah, I guess Chop Top is the hitchhiker's twin brother. So yeah, they went that route when they couldn't get the guy to return as the hitchhiker. But how would they explain that he had lived? The guy got fucking ran over by a semi. I guess horror villains survive many ridiculous things. Anyways, let's get back to this. And then you got the semi-truck driver who ends up basically, saving Sally. He throws a wrench and hits Leatherface in the face with it. And then he also, the scene is really cool. So, yeah. And after that, Sally gets away on a truck, and Leatherface does his dance thing at the end. So let's get into it. Will Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the carpet at 5-star rating? Let's get into it. We are dealt with multiple killings, 2 with a sledgehammer, one on meat hook, and a guy getting cut up with a chainsaw. And we also get a man from part of the Sawyer family getting run over by a semi. I'll say this, with all of that, the film is remarkably good. I'm going to give Texas Chainsaw Massacre 5 stars and 2 thumbs up. So yes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre definitely earns this 5-star rating. Definitely check it out. It's worth it, and I give it a 100%. Until next time, I'm William Jackson, son of the Maniac, and this has been another episode of Is It Good or Isn't It? Bye, guys.